Hello and welcome to Garage Talk Media's episode 3, where we're going to discuss The Obsessive Scientist.
That's right.
Which is season 1, episode 3 of One Punch Man.
And I'm Joe.
And I'm Hammid.
There we go.
This episode starts with a voiceover reviewing The Obsessive Scientist.
That's right.
And his history and what's going on in his life. And also where he is and where he's at. But it gets interrupted quite quickly because
Armored Gorilla is giving this narration as to the history of the owner and mad scientist of the House of Evolution. And it gets interrupted because he goes on too long, and Saitama just loses it, yelling out, "Stop!" And then his prodigy, Genos, the cyborg, says to the gorilla that, "Master, keep your answers to Master 20 words or less," because he has no patience for long explanations, which is hilarious because that alludes back to the prior episode when he was giving his whole history to Saitama.
Right, and that was a nice throwback to the other episode. So it just shows that there's some nice continuity throughout these episodes. And that's in general how a lot of episodes, a lot of episodic TV shows now are. Saitama is basically saying, "Hey, are you trying to sound cool again with this whole narration? Why don't you tell us more about where this group is, and maybe we'll go investigate." The gorilla tells him, "Hey, they want to talk to you. They're interested in you." And as they're about to leave, the gorilla says, "I better tell the House of Evolution."
Yeah.
And some
Exactly.
strange stuff happens.
Oh, yeah, no, the gorilla's a little bit sneaky. In his narration to Saitama and Genos, the gorilla's head opens up and a little satellite just goes dee-dee-dee-dee and transmits a picture and a signal back to the House of Evolution, where the obsessive scientist really wants to know about about Saitama, and bring him in. Exactly.
But speaking of Genos, before they leave, ends up confronting the gorilla cyborg with one more question, basically wanting to know, are there any other cyborgs at this House of Evolution? And why would he want that? I mean, the idea is he wants to know about if there's the cyborg he's looking for specifically from 4 years earlier. We flash back to the House of Evolution, and the obsessive scientist is considerably upset that all of his monsters that he sent to go, he didn't want to even kill Saitama necessarily. He just wanted to talk to him.
Exactly, talk to him.
And his whole monster crew has now been wiped out. He's a little upset about that. And that means he needs to have one more. He has one more monster that can maybe do what he needs.
Yeah, exactly. The obsessive scientist is so intrigued by Saitama, a human with so much power that has killed his other House of Evolution monsters, that he wants to get his master number 1 killing machine to go and bring in Saitama, dead or alive, just to study to study his body, right? And that monster creature's name is Carnage Kabuto. Anyways, yeah,
It's a very cool name.
it's a very cool name with quite a character of a monster. We'll get to it.
Flash forward to Saitama and Genos running
Yeah.
to this House of Evolution fortress, so to speak. And Genos is making comments such as, "Master, I'm surprised you can't fly. I'm surprised we're running."
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. The makers of this film do interject so much little bits of humor here and there in all these dramatic scenes, because they're going to the House of Evolution. They want to confront them first. If they're the bad guys, they need to go seek them out and fight the bad guys if they need to. And as they're running through the forest, Saitama's running, and Cyborg's kind of like fly running with his arms back, but he goes, "Master, why are you running? Why aren't you flying or something?" And Saitama says, "I'm human, and humans don't fly." And on that, humorous note, before, when the gorilla was transmitting a picture of Saitama and Genos to the House of Evolution, Saitama had his finger up his nose. You gotta laugh. It just breaks up the long dramatic moments with a little bit of uplifting humor.
Well, they end up getting to the House of Evolution, and we're gonna now put traps everywhere on our first 8 floors.
8 floors. It's an 8-floor building, and he puts traps on 8 floors. Yeah.
We hope that the 8 floors that we have of traps will stop Saitama.
Exactly.
So we don't have to use the ultimate.
Good plan.
Now, but once they get there, Genos
jumps the gun, and so Saitama is counting the floors. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 8, and then Genos out of nowhere just puts his power fist out there with the light beam that comes out and obliterates the whole 8-story building plus all the mountains around it, creating this empty valley. It's gone. It's just gone. And Saitama says, like, why did you do that? That was very mean. We could have at least seen what the bad guys had in store for us.
Love the curiosity of Saitama.
Yeah.
But luckily, Saitama finds a
trapdoor. There's a trapdoor in the ground, and they lift up the middle lid, and there's a staircase going down deep underground
to a basement.
To a basement of where the House of Evolution has most of its stuff.
This triggers the obsessive scientist to go get his ultimate monster.
His master, his ace in the hole, Carnage Kabuto. Yeah, the ultimate killing machine that has a personality. Good character.
He has to confront the monster because he's actually had him captive this whole time.
Captive and chained up for who knows how long.
But Carnage is like, well, I could kill you. He's like, yeah, but can you do me one more favor?
Yes.
I need to talk to this guy. I want to, but dead or alive, but this is the guy I needed to know about. And so as Saitama and Genos are going down this long hallway, Genos is getting hyped. It's like, wow, this is great. Look how long this is. I'm kind of excited about what we're going to find down here.
Yeah.
And then Genos immediately, his sensors go off. And then we see Carnage Kabuto
running down looking for a battle, and he sees Saitama and Genos there and is happy he's found them. And he challenges Saitama and Genos to a fight. Well, first of all, he pulverizes Genos. He smashes him through the wall. We think it's the end of Genos.
Well, once the scientist tells him, hey, we don't need the guy on the left.
Yeah, boom, into the wall. And Saitama says to the big Carnage Kabuto, thank you for turning my friend into a work of modern art, you know. And he invites him into a room so they can do battle and test their strengths. And the room is the biggest, like half-mile by half-mile white room with white tile that exists. It's like underground. How did they get something so big underground? So he invites him in for a battle, which is funny.
But out of nowhere, Genos appears again.
Disappears again. You know, you can't kill off in any movie. You cannot kill off your good guys. You cannot kill off your characters too soon, because then it leaves the audience empty. It's like, wait, what happened to them? They have to come back. They have to. So they did bring him back. Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine, and he immediately attacks Carnage Kabuto.
Yeah.
He's ready, and he does all his ultimates. Unfortunately, he falls a little short.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting smacked again, but instead of going straight into the wall this time and becoming modern art, he falls into, or he gets thrown into Saitama's arms, where he's just kind of awkwardly holding on to him. And he's like, hey, maybe you want to take it easy. Your face is all cracked and so forth.
Yeah.
But Genos doesn't hear it. Listen.
And it's hilarious because Genos makes one last attempt to kill Carnage Kabuto. And with this, with the little round circle of fire that he shoots out, all this flames going out towards Carnage Kabuto that should incinerate him or any building. And it's the same flame that incinerated the 8-story high House of Evolution. And Carnage Kabuto just blows the flame back at Genos, which wipes him out, knocks him down. I tell the flame made Genos' hair into a yellow perm. He's got this perm hair, so his hair got all frizzy.
Like it was the 80s.
Yeah. He got permed hair from the heat of his own fire.
The obsessive scientist himself
walks in, who wants to see the battle, wants to see what makes Saitama tick. Exactly. When Saitama is facing off with Carnage Kabuto, and Carnage Kabuto is going to annihilate him, he's going to kill him when he's regular Carnage Kabuto, Saitama doesn't budge. And all of a sudden, Carnage Kabuto gets this fear inside of him that he says, you're leaving yourself wide open. Why? And all of a sudden, all of his instinctual nature comes out, and he runs to the other end of the room, all cowering, saying he left himself open, and I don't want to attack him.
He could sense his strength.
He could sense Saitama's strength in leaving himself wide open and not even trying to attack him.
And Saitama says, hey, if you want to know what's so great about me and why I'm a superhero, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Finally, after this kind of long build-up as to what makes Saitama so strong, the animation changes, and boom, the answers are easy.
That's got to be the funniest scene in this whole episode, I tell you. So then Saitama starts, it goes into the flashback of his slightly younger days. He says, saying, you have to do 100 push-ups a day. And we, the audience, are thinking, okay. You have to do 100 sit-ups a day. We're thinking, okay. You have to run 10 kilometers a day. So I'm thinking, okay. And you can't give up. And these squats too. You've got to do all your squats.
100 squats.
And you got to do push-ups until your shoulders start clicking. And you've got to eat your 3 meals a day. And a banana is good too. And he goes, and after that, you're going to be so strong, you're going to become bald. Your hair's going to fall off. And that's just funny. But the funniest part is when he's finished saying that, the three of them are just kind of confused, thinking, what? There's no more to that. And that's where Genos blows up and says, wait a minute. I've been taken. You're full of jokes, master? That's your normal everyday workout. That doesn't give you human strength. He starts getting all upset with Saitama that he's lying to him and joking to them that can't possibly be the source of all his power and superhuman strength.
Well, that's what I thought was great about that part, though, was when he says, he ends it with saying, well, Genos, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's all I've done.
Yeah.
And I've done it for 3 years. So basically, you have to be strong enough that you go bold. So then we do get into the fight between Carnage Kabuto and Saitama. And Carnage Kabuto takes offense to thinking that Saitama was joking about how he got so strong. So he morphs into his ultimate. He goes from being a brown kind of monster into this bluish purple and fuchsia strength and so forth, and ends up attacking Saitama. And he just flat out punching Saitama, and Saitama's flying and hitting the walls and bouncing off like billiards, billiard balls all over the place. And then Carnage Kabuto says, I am at my ultimate. I will rampage like this for 7 days until next Saturday.
And you're thinking, why does he have to say Saturday? And that's when all of a sudden Saitama thinks and gets very, very, very mad.
Looks scared for the first time.
He looks scared for the first time, and he gets extremely mad after being beat up and all this and being indifferent. And then realizes, he says, wait a minute. Next Saturday, 7 days from Saturday means today's Saturday, and he's here trying to fight, but Saturday is bargain day at the supermarket, and he's missing his shopping spree at the supermarket. And that gets him so mad at this realization that he's missing the market that he does his one punch into Carnage Kabuto, and it obliterates him, all sloppy, muddy mess all over the wall. And that's too funny. That's what got him mad.
But even though he's won this fight, you see him still in anguish. It's just, he's so upset at himself. And the doctor's like, oh my gosh, what did we do?
Exactly.
And then Genos says, I think it's this.
I think it says exactly that. Exactly. Oh, he goes, but Master, it's not until about 10 p.m. We still have 4 hours if we can make it. Yeah.
So Saitama's all happy about that. And he goes, hurry, Genos, we got to go fast. Genos fires a hole straight through the mountain to get them out.
Exactly.
And Saitama's all for it.
Exactly.
It's like, yes, do it. Let's go. We got to go.
Yeah.
That's when Obsessive Scientist, who was all about evolution, kind of realizes maybe he should be focusing on just being human. The very end, though, we find a couple men in black kind of types examining the House of Evolution.
The detectives,
rubble.
Yeah. City A or City B, whatever, detectives going out and examining the rubble, seeing what happened. How did this big 8-story House of Evolution get obliterated?
And the final 20 seconds is Carnage Kabuto making a voiceover as to the next episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And just being funny in general.
Back from the dead. And then telling the audience that we probably don't give a damn. Can I say that on YouTube?
Sure, of course.
DAMN? Okay. That about his explanation. This added humor. That the dead characters come back to give a narration.
So I guess you have some comments.
Oh, hey, okay.
Wait, no cue cards?
I do. For people who have been watching, thank you. We've got a little bit more fan mail. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, we've got a little bit of fan mail. And
do you need the light on?
Yeah, I guess.
Wait,
okay.
Is that not? Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Wait, how's the camera? How's the lighting?
The lighting's fine. Okay, we've got fan mail here. All right, so we have John of Rancho Cucamonga says this is One Punch Man is his daughter's favorite show. Well, thank you, John and daughter, for watching One Punch Man and our show. Okay, let's see. Romeo of La Crescenta again. Oh man. All right. He wanted to know, why am I wearing the same shirt all the time? Do I wash it? Yes, of course I wash it for the episode. But thanks for watching our show and pointing that out. And he points out that I should shave. Indeed, last week I didn't shave. I apologize. And that I should comb my hair. It's messy. I need a haircut. I do. So I do appreciate the suggestions for me to look better on camera and keep watching the show. All right. Then we have, let's see. I think we had a Denise of La Crescenta. Okay, another person from La Crescenta. Enjoys the commentaries and unique insights. Well, thank you, Denise, for seeing and noticing and appreciating the lower layers of the show. And do we have time for one more? Well, one more fan mail. Can't leave everybody out. Christine of Alhambra. loves us but wants more action, wants us in crazy hats and shirts, possibly dress like the characters in One Punch Man.
What? I'm not shaving my head.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your suggestions, Christine. And we're starting out here, so we never know what we may evolve into. We'll grow into something. But please continue watching as we will change and improve. So thank you, people, for watching our show and for the fan mail.
Okay, I think that concludes this episode.
And look, when you watch our episode on YouTube, please remember to hit like and subscribe to us. And is there anything else? Ring a bell or anything else?
There's a notification bell. I have never done any of that, but if you want to, that'd be great.
Yeah, so long as I don't hear bells ringing in my head.
And we're gonna set up Twitter accounts and other social media.
We're gonna grow from here. So please like us and keep watching.